Hi guys, I'm in the process of trying to migrate my course materials from the Wikispace that I've been using for 12 years over to a Google site, and I found some things in Google Sites that make it actually pretty good. Maybe even an improvement over the Wikispaces. The Wikispaces are very robust, and one of the reasons I really like it, well, one, it can archive all the content that you put onto it. But the other thing is that it has a menuing system that includes a side menu, but you can also create embeddable menus inside there. So as an example, I'm going to mess around with Flash, and I'm going to try migrating, well, one of these pages, but all these little subpages of the Flash unit that I normally have in here. This is one object that I embed in each page. So if you go to graphics, it still has the same menu. Illustration, same thing. I like this because it's really easy to expand and add new units and add new exercises and things. I think that Google Sites will let me do the same thing. At least that's what it seems like. So to show you the equivalent of it over here, if I went to a unit, you can make horizontal menus really easily. So it's easy for students to find a new unit. And if I go to Flash Illustration as an example, I have a blank page that I've created and I'm going to build it there. But to show you what I've done as an example, here's my video unit, and I've got a menu that stays consistent across all these different units. Post-production, Premiere setup. It embeds graphics, it embeds videos, all that sort of stuff. And best of all, I just copied and pasted the content from here to here. So let's give it a try here with the illustration as an example. So to begin with, I'm going to go over here and make sure I have a landing platform for this. So I've got Flash Illustration. I've created the page. What I need to do to make this really easy is make a consistent format for this that's going to work. And here's what I've found. I quite like opening up the main page and changing its layout to a left sidebar. This is where the menu will wind up going. And I'll give this thing a big old title, Flash. Actually, this is just a Flash landing page, so maybe I'll call it illustration, like that. But I want to be able to put in subtitles in there as well. And I'll make that title nice and big. But here's the real secret, that menu. Insert, subpage listing. Subpage listing lets you customize the name of it. I'll call this Flash Illustration. And I'm going to show just the subpages, not of the entire site the way it sort of defaults, but I'm going to show just the subpages of specifically the Flash Illustration, this page that I'm creating right now. So anything I build underneath there is going to show up in the menu. And I'm going to narrow this width to 150 pixels, and I'm going to show that title up at the top, might as well. And I'm going to hit save and see how things are looking so far. Okay, there's my template. Next, I'm going to turn this into an actual template. Under the gear, I can go to change page, no, save as page template. So this will be my Flash Illustration template. And I want to change the default location. If I ever use this template, I'd like it to build the new page under Flash Illustration. Done. Hit save. All good. Hit save. This is simplifying things immensely. And now I think I want to build some pages. Now, when I'm here, right now I'm actually in the template. I'm going to hit save. To get back to the main page, I've got to hit this little arrow. Takes me back to, this is actually the template menu. This is under the gear, manage site. And now we can see these things in page templates. Just to make things even easier for myself, I'm going to find that, and how come I can't see it? Flash Illustration, and I'm going to set it as the default because I'll be working here for a little while. So temporarily I'll say this is the default template for any pages I create. Back to the main page, back to, well, it doesn't matter where I go from here. I'll show you. I'm going to now highlight all the content that I want to bring over, including graphics and videos. This is a really rich page. It's got a lot of stuff in it. I'm going to copy that. Can I just go, yeah, no, I want to copy the whole thing. Let's do it one more time. And I'm just going to hold Shift, Control, and take it back to there. Control C and copy. And now I'll take that content over here and I'm going to create a new page. And guess what? The default is going to be Flash Illustration template. I could change it if I wanted to make a new photography or a new rules or whatever for all those subpages. This one is going to be called, well, what was this thing called? This is just called Illustration. Could call it fundamentals, I could call it just about anything, and it defaults to placing this under the main unit page. So far, so good. Hit save. It uses that default. The default already has a menu built into it, has a title. And now I'm going to go down here and just Control V, paste all that material back in. And it works out pretty well, getting the widths and everything. You might have to do some customization, but it's brought over the tables and everything else. There is a danger to this. Number one, any videos, they don't come over. So you have to re-embed the video. And number two, I'm going to hit save for a sec. Any graphics that you have, this isn't actually embedded and stored in the Google site yet. It's actually a reference back to the illustration over here. So when Wikispaces deletes everything, this is going to go away and this will disappear. So here's the tedious part. We should save all of these things locally. And I've come down with a system for that too. A right mouse click and save image as. Hopefully I've named these things intelligently. This is called vocab1. Goodness. Okay. This one right now, save image as. vocab2. Terrible names. Save image as. And they're all different types. I've got some PNGs. I've got some JPEGs. I'm going to save a few of these things. I'm not going to do them all, just to save you the boredom. But I'll show you how the next bit kind of works. So now I have to replace these graphics with the local versions that I've just saved to my hard drive. So I'll put them back up. And here's the way I'm going to do that. I'm just going to hit delete, click back in there, insert, image. And I'm going to upload any of the images, but I'm going to sort it by date. So those things I just downloaded, well, guess what? They're up at the top. So it's pretty easy for me to load these things all back into this page of Google Sites. And anybody that's used Google Sites knows the images, the graphics, the media. It stores it in a subfolder that is basically named by the page that you've created. So I'll try to make nice small graphics, but still taking its time. And I got to remember what that picture looked like. What did that picture look like? I think it looked like this was the first one. I'm right about that. The second one that was here, get rid of that. Go back, insert. That was the double green thing. There it is. The next thing was this. Get rid of that. Ooh, I hope I remember what that was. If I undo. Oh yeah, color mixer. Oh, that was the color mixer. Okay. Get rid of the color mixer. Back there. Insert. I'll just do these four things. Which one is the color mixer? It must be this one. Yep, tone and saturation. This one was the gradient tool. Right. Get rid of that. Insert. Where's my gradient tool? There it is. And did I get this one too? I think I did. Click it. Get rid of it. Plug it in. Insert. Naturally, you don't want to go too fast. You don't want to lose track of which one goes where, just to keep things simple. So I'm doing this in little batches. Maybe that's a smart way to do it. It did seem to be, that's interesting, as it inserted it, it did go from here to here to here to here to here. Oh, good. So it's actually in order. I didn't realize that before. So there's a pretty easy way to be doing this. You might note that you can tell the difference between one that is linked to a reference, an external reference, and a local one. The local ones all have this link that lets you click on the graphic. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Click on the graphic and load it up by itself. Save is what I meant to do. So as an example, I save that. Let's see, this graphic here, if I click on it, nothing happens. These ones have changed. If I click on it, it'll open it up in its own window. That's just the way Google Sites works. So, recover draft. Oh, okay. All right, view draft. Okay. Okay. Looks like it's all there, so I think I'm in good shape. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it. And you'll notice illustration now shows up in my menuing system. And I can go back and pick on one of these other things that I do, but it's going to build that menu every time I make a page. Well, for the heck of it, let's go do the intro real fast. I realize I didn't put the video in yet, but I should probably do that too. Maybe I'll do it for this one. I'll copy all this content. Now it's pretty easy. This is called intro, so I'm going to plug this in, call it intro. Default is already there because I set it as the default. It's going to put it in the right place under Flash Illustration. Create. The menu's already there. Paste. And now all it is, well, I'll hit save just to preserve what I have, but now you notice the menu is expanding and I can keep adding these pages. So that's the whole deal. Oh, I want to cut this off before we get to 10 minutes. Hope that helps. Hope it's pretty clear of the benefits of this thing, but I've been building for a couple of days and I've got some major units already underway, so it's kind of nice that way. And you can build some other links horizontally, so hopefully this is flexible enough for you. Good luck. Let me know how it works out for you. Let me know if this helps. like, subscribe, and whatever else. I think that's what the kids are saying these days. Bye for now.